Would you like to learn from those that are taking their lives, their businesses, and their passions to the next level? Best-selling author of Speakeasy and master connector Lou Diamond is here to connect you to some of the most inspiring and amazing people on this planet. Get ready to thrive loud with Lou Diamond.
This is for the busted hearts. This is for the question marks. This is for the outcast soul, lost control, no one knows. Sing it for the Congo Bay.
Welcome everyone to another absolutely fantastic, spectacular episode of Thrive Loud with Lou Diamond, connecting into the most inspiring and amazing people that are thriving each and every day. I'm your host, Lou Diamond, and today on Thrive Loud, we have a powerhouse couple, currently taking the internet and television by storm. They are dynamic entrepreneurs who are the founders of Polite Wealth Portal and BePoliteProperties. They've been attracting audiences nationwide with their hit TV show 50/50 Flip on Hulu and A&E. Their proven ability to elevate and incorporate real-life wealth strategies to different situations, along with navigating the complexities of financial freedom, is what sets them apart, because they're kind of cool. They are both here today. I am excited to bring you the powerhouse of Dedric and Krystal Polite. Welcome to Thrive
Thanks
Loud.
for having us, Lou. Man,
thank you so much.
Great intro.
It
Who
was.
was he talking about this?
Right, I had to think too. I said, oh, they sound nice.
Well, I'm available when you guys are on stage and talking and you need someone to intro. You just call me up and say, hey, we need that guy Lou Diamond to introduce you. To the show. We'll record that. Well, I'm excited to have both of you here. We got them all scrunched together so we could squeeze them into the screen. We'll give them some room to talk. But here's what I want to do for the listeners and viewers out there. I want to do a little rewind. I kind of love to understand a little bit of the backstory to understand how the BePoliteProperties and the Polite Wealth Portal, how this all came to be, if you would. How did this become the gig that you have?
Wow, where do we start? We both are raised by single moms. I think we start there. Our moms are our foundation who poured into us. Neither one of them were able to own a home, but through them pouring financial education into us, we now own a lot of homes. And getting into real estate investing is what changed our financial future. And now we're just passionate about sharing financial education and real estate investing education with the masses to help try to change other folks' lives as well.
Yeah, getting into real estate was Dedric's idea originally, though. This was a dream of his, a goal of his whole life. He wanted to get into real estate, wanted to own real estate. And when I met him, that's what he talked about in his house. He had all these books, these CDs, VHS tapes, you name it. He had everything you can think of in regards to real estate. And he talked about it a lot, but he wasn't doing anything with it until he met me.
So Krystal, what sparked Dedric to start getting involved in real estate? What was the kickstart thing? How'd you get him off the books and off the shelves and into action and start really investing?
Because I'm a doer, Lou, and I'm not going to talk about anything. So I started the company. I started our business. I'm the one who got the LLC started. I said, listen, we're about to start going to some conferences. We're going to start learning about this business that you want to do. We're not just going to just talk me to death about it. Let's actually get out there. And because I had to push the needle forward, and it really made him like, oh, okay, I guess we are doing it.
Once you got the ball rolling, I had to catch up and then lead from the front from there. But we're like yin and yang. She's right-handed, I'm left-handed. She says tomato, I say tomato, but we complement each other. And again, she's a visionary, I'm an integrator. So that's how we complement each other.
Okay, dynamic duo here. There are a bunch of people, I've even had them on the show, that have programs and courses that help people understand how they can make real estate, the independent way that they can really deal with their wealth and their strategy and get the financial freedom they want. I mentioned this at the top, but I want you guys to hit this. What sets you two apart from the way that you guys do things?
What sets us apart from the way we do it versus anyone else is we truly believe in doing good while doing well. So as investors, we're not going to be the most popular investors because for us, it's not about how many doors we own. It's about how many doors we can open to help someone else walk through and give them the tools and the knowledge that they need to change the trajectory of their family tree, just like we were able to do. So we're not always going to buy the property, right? We're not always going to lock up that deal because we haven't. We've had people come to us with properties in amazing red hot areas and wanted us to buy it pennies on the dollar. And we took a look at them and said, listen, can we buy this house for $150,000? Yeah. But we know the worth of this house is right now, houses are around it at $1 million. So should we go ahead and buy it? Yeah, we can do it. But would it help you and your family tree if we educated you guys on how to take advantage of this opportunity in this house that you were given that you don't see the value in anymore? So that's when I say that's what sets us apart from any other investor, because it's not about how many doors that we can accumulate. If we can help 1,000 families do what we're doing, that will surpass any amount of doors that we could ever own. Our children are going to be okay. But what about the next person's children?
Yeah, love it. So this is a tough world and tough business, real estate. And it's got a lot of things you got to know about. Unprecedented window of time since the pandemic, depending on where you were. People weren't initially leaving their house. Then all they were doing was trying to sell their house, depending on the parts of the world that they're in, which has changed prices, elevated timetables, moved things up, sped things up within that. Helping to educate people with all this knowledge, is there a core system that you guys help to regulate and level it? You know, because obviously, like any market's ups and downs, there's bottoms and peaks wherever it is. It's managing the long game within this. Love to hear how you educate the people that you work with on how they can ride and not get too emotional, but also have a real good system put into place so they can deal with both ups and downs.
Yeah, I mean, with us, we do something called wholesaling, which is getting a property under contract and then assigning the contract to someone for a fee, and we teach that. We also do fix and flip, which we do on our TV show. You can make a lot of money wholesaling and flipping houses, but you build wealth by owning long term. So we always preach long term ownership of rental properties, because that's how you not only make cash flow today for today money, but also build generational wealth. So that's kind of our motto, is wholesale in order to build your capital, especially with people starting out with little to no money. It's a great way to build up your cash reserves, and then use that money from wholesaling and flipping to buy cash flowing rental properties, where there's so many benefits of owning rental properties, and accumulate that long-term wealth.
Love it. The TV show. I want to talk about this because this is so much fun. I want to know how the idea came to be that you wanted to be on a show, and how you're using the show to coordinate all the aspects of the business and the brand that you guys have. Because you guys have a business and brand. Look at you two. My goodness, so good looking, so well put together, so well spoken, and obviously so smart. So I want to hear what it's like, how the idea for the show came about, and what it's been like being on it.
Well, we didn't want a TV show.
You know how you like dream of having a TV show, but we never realized that this would actually be reality.
I didn't dream of it. I never dreamed of a TV
I dreamed
show.
of being on TV when I was a kid.
For us, it was really, we were constantly getting DMs from casting companies, agencies about, hey, we'd love to speak to you guys in regards to doing your own TV show. And I would always ignore those DMs, or I would say, oh, we're not interested. Our kids were small. It just wasn't something I was interested in. I'm super private. Like, I'm still extremely private. So I'd never entertained it. And it wasn't until A&E contacted us, and they were contacting us through our DMs for like a year, never responded. They found our 1-800 number, called that, got our secretary, promised her to schedule a call with us, with them and us, which she did. And then we ended up hopping on a Zoom call with their in-house casting company.
And it was right after COVID.
Right.
Okay. So
No, it was during
after COVID.
It was kind of during COVID, because the process was during COVID. We started filming right after, once they kind of opened back up. But it was like we were both like, oh, we're not going to do it. Let's just see how far we can go. That's really what the premise was. Like, oh, we ain't going to really do the show. Let's just see if we can make it to like the top 5. Because they said they were looking at a lot of people across the country. So he's like, yo, let's just see how far we'll go. That's it. And then after maybe, how long did it take?
A couple months and rounds of interviews.
Yep. they came back and was like, hey, we'd love to offer you guys your own show. And we both just looked at each other like,
we were shocked. So we were like, we kind of have to do this now because they've offered it to us.
And from there, it was just like everything went super fast.
Yeah. The experience, I've always liked to ask people this, people who are regular business folks or entrepreneurs, and there's this sudden other attention and other things. Now you're starting to look yourself. First of all, do you watch the show? And second of all, are you critical about yourselves on the show? Just want to ask that question.
Yes. So we actually didn't have cable because, as an entrepreneur and business owner, when do you have time to watch TV? So for season 1, it came out on A&E. We actually had to get cable the day of the premiere. We had to order cable to actually watch ourselves.
Right.
And the second part is, when they're filming, it's a reality show. So it's not scripted, it's reality. So, we don't get to see the footage until everyone else sees it on national TV. So it's kind of a surprise to us, what makes the cut, what doesn't make the cut as well. So, we do get to watch it later with everyone else, and we're usually pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, we're typically filming 5 days a week, 10 to 12 hours a day. And by the time we see the show, we're actually seeing it for the first time like everyone else, and we've forgotten half the stuff that we've done. So we're really watching it like, oh, shoot, I don't remember doing that. I don't remember that. Like, we're watching it for the first time, but it's crazy because by the time it comes out, we're so slammed. We have to find the time to sit down and actually watch our own TV show.
You do realize that the best part about things on demand is that you could record this stuff. I'm just letting you know. It's just like this podcast episode or whatever it is. Isn't that how we're all taking in content these days?
I kid you not.
And that's the benefit of being on Hulu is it's now on demand. So now we can watch it when we have our precious little free time.
Yes.
Listeners need to know. Be honest, when I heard that I had them on the show, I went and watched a couple episodes on Hulu because I wanted to catch up and just see who I was dealing with here. So it was really cool. Very cool. I'm a little starstruck. No, I'm really not, actually, because you're all really normal and awesome people, which is what makes the show work. So go to you. Congrats to you guys, by the way. And it's a lot of fun. You wear a lot of hats, although it would be funny for Dedric to be wearing a hat because I'm a little follically challenged, unlike that. And the hats cover my head. His would be way off.
My hat.
My hat, which is very good. So you wear a lot of hats each day. Obviously, you have your own business. You're teaching people what to do. You've got the courses. You've got the TV show. Which hat do you like putting on the most in the world that you guys live in?
For me, it would be a mommy hat. It would definitely be the hat of mommy. We have 2 little boys, and that is my absolute favorite hat to wear in the world. I love having 2 kids. I enjoy them. They run us ragged, but I would not have it any other way.
How old are they now? What's
10 and 6. So they're both are about to turn 11 and 7. We got 2 Geminis.
Oh man, you're in the zone. You're in what they need you to get everywhere, which is a big thing.
Everywhere.
Yep. And for me,
go ahead.
For me, the hats, I would say, in addition to being a husband and a father, this is super mom here. She's gonna have an amazing Mother's Day in a few days here. But no, I really enjoy empowering other people with the knowledge, right? The specialized knowledge that we learned because we didn't come from money. We started from zero to get to where we are today. But I've seen the light bulb come on when we teach people the knowledge and how to believe in themselves and how to implement, and they actually go out and close deals and change their life. I get a lot of gratification out of that.
I would love to hear from both of you the biggest fear that the people who come to you work with, because they have challenges. I think that they all know that they want to do this, but there's always some kind of hesitation when they're getting started and they're coming into it. From the seats that you guys sit in and you're working with these folks who are trying to figure out how to get into this space and go with it, certain fears or hesitations come out. Which of those do you see most often?
I think the fear I see the most often, Lou, is the fear of failure. And that's actually the fear that I had, right? I had all the books, all the tapes and everything, but I was afraid of falling on my face, right? I was afraid of losing my shirt. So that's why I didn't take action until I met Krystal, and she flipped that fear in his head. And she was like, look, you're never going to accomplish anything if you just sit on the sidelines, right? And watch other people do it. You got to actually dive in. Who cares if you screw it up or we screw it up? It's not the end of the world, but we're not going to accomplish anything if we sit on the sidelines.
Gotcha. As you as you think about all the things that you've been doing, you guys have been thriving. And this is what this show's about, those that thrive loud. And that means on most days, you're kicking all cylinders and everything's working. I'll ask each of you this question. When you're a little off your game, when you're not quite flowing the way you'd like to, and you're not thriving on the day that you're working on, what practice do you seek, or maybe what individual do you seek out to help get yourself back on the thriving track?
That's a good one.
That's a good one. For me is I seek God and I seek His presence, and I pray a lot over whatever's troubling me, whatever issues, my family, my children, our business. So I seek my answers from Him, and I make sure that we are walking in the path that He wants us to walk in, and not the path that we want to walk in. Because when we do it on our own, it never seems to work out. But when we're literally letting Him guide us, it always seems to work out in our favor. So for me, I definitely go into prayer and worship when I'm struggling with something, which is, often. But at the same time, I get to have that daily conversation with Him anyway, because I wake up with prayer.
And for me, in addition to the man upstairs, my wife, you could probably tell already, she is a firecracker. So whenever I need a kick in the pants, she gladly gives it to me.
Just want to say, listeners, for those who are watching this or whatever, obviously when someone brings up the higher power, the only other place to go is to your wife. Good, well played. I got to give you credit. You did that well. Especially we are recording this ahead of Mother's Day, so by the way, early happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you.
We're gonna, before we go down Fun Street, I want to do all the social plugs and stuff like that. So if you could, floor is your guys. Share all the things you got coming up. This episode's coming out here towards the end of May. Love to hear, everyone would tell them where they could find you, websites, social things you want to promote. We'll put it in the show notes, but always gets more engagement when they hear it from you.
Yeah, so they can find us all things Be Polite Properties. So Instagram, Be Polite Properties, BE Polite Properties, YouTube, Facebook, Be Polite Properties, Dedric and Krystal. And also we do a lot of free trainings because we understand it can be intimidating getting into real estate investing and looking at house flippers. How do I get into that? We do a free training each month. So if they go to politewealthportal.com, you can sign up for one of our free trainings and learn how you can get into the business without having a ton of cash, credit, or even having a real estate license.
Gotcha. Are you two ready to go down Fun Street? Because I know you are. I could tell.
Yes, let's do it.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
All right. Can you each share with me, you both shared with me, a favorite movie that you like from all time? Each one of you, I'm going to go across here, share your favorite movie that you love to rewatch or watch the most.
So for me, it would be Willy Wonka's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And I know people are going to be like, what? And it's the original. Okay.
The original.
The original is my all-time favorite movie. Like, I've probably watched it over 200, 300 times at this point. And my kids love it because they're going to watch it too. But that's my all-time favorite. And I know that's going to be a shocker to everyone because no one would think that movie out of all movies in the world. But that is definitely, I don't know what it is, but between that and I would say The Wizard of Oz, the original, those are my all-time favorites.
Gotcha.
My all-time favorite is Top Gun. Top Gun. I'm an 80s baby. I was born in 81, so anything's 80s Americana, that's my favorite movie.
These are two winners, and I probably rewatched them most, so I'd love to do that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the speed round, and we're going to have a little variation of this. This is the speakeasy pub crawl. We're going to take a shot of gumption. I'm going to go back and forth. We're going to kind of typewriter it for those who even remember what a typewriter is.
Right.
I'm going to go to one, to the other, and the other to the other, back and forth. And here's how they go. All these questions are the things that matter most to you. So here we go. Krystal, of late, a song that you love to listen to or one that pumps you up.
A song that I love to listen to or one
right now,
that...
like something that's on your plate right now that you like.
Right now, what's the song that I would listen to?
Yours is more gospel.
Mine is more gospel, so
incredible praise.
And God, Oh my God. Anything by like Kirk Franklin,
Okay.
I would say. Mine is strictly gospel, really.
Gotcha.
Oh,
sir?
wait.
Oh,
Wait.
you got
Oh, a late entry.
Or I got to say, that pumps me up would definitely be like DMX. Like,
Gospel,
I got-
and then we go to DMX.
we went from
Like, we
gospel
talking
to
about-
we just did that. We just went from gospel to
I think
DMX.
he had a gospel album.
Yeah,
DMX might
no.
have.
It's kind of, you can kind of merge them too. But DMX is like my go-to when I'm trying to get amped.
Guy like it. How about you, sir?
Mine would be "Started from the Bottom" by Drake.
Ah, okay.
Mm.
A favorite food that's not a dessert.
For me, it would be baked macaroni and cheese.
And you, sir?
For me, a nice fillet.
Ooh. Okay, flip that around. We'll go opposite direction. A favorite dessert.
For me, it is sweet potato pie.
My favorite dessert is all of them. I've never met a dessert
Ice
out of
cream.
it.
No, ice cream is your favorite.
I eat ice cream for breakfast.
All day, every day. All
Okay,
day.
these are going to be fun. An activity you wish you did more of.
For me, it would be dance. I'm originally from being a professional dancer, so if I could go back and get more dancing, that would be amazing for me.
For me, would be travel, vacation travel.
Dedric, an activity you wish you did less of.
Work.
Work.
Is that same for you, Krystal?
Yes. Work.
Okay, for each of you, a new activity, one you've recently tried that you both really like, that you would recommend anybody else to go try. A new activity for you guys. Yeah.
A new activity that we recently tried. I would say, what have we recently tried?
And you've recently tried.
He knows one. He's got yours.
Oh, well, what is yours?
I mean, mine's is listening to books on audio. It may sound boring, but I'm a big reader, but I don't like picking up books anymore. So we do a lot of flying for business and travel. So whenever I'm on a flight, I'm like, all right, I can get through a book or at least a half a book. So that's mine.
I think for mine would be that recently tried. I would say like riding 4-wheelers and stuff. Like we have them. I've never ridden them until we went to Tennessee in the mountains. And I was like, oh, this ain't bad. Okay, I ain't gonna kill myself. So now I kind of like riding them. Before I was like, I didn't even want them riding them, even though we have them. But I would definitely say getting out there in the wilderness, riding some 4-wheelers.
If I could snap my fingers and you guys can be anywhere in the world, where are you?
I would say on a beach in St. Bart's.
Mine would be Japan.
Gotcha. Have you been to either place?
No.
Nope.
Not yet.
We got some wish lists for you guys. I'm sure you guys, whether you're looking for real estate out there or taking the profits that you guys have been making and going to celebrate in those places. Sounds like that's coming up real soon.
Oh,
Yep.
Either that or a special episode of 50-50 Flip. I don't know, whichever way.
Yeah, one of the two.
Truly a pleasure to have the two of you guys on today. Hey, everybody, go check it out. The Polite Wealth Portal. These two rock stars are there. Thank you so much for coming on Thrive Loud. Pleasure to have you. Love watching your show. Love the stuff you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. I think it's great. You're helping out so many people in the work you're doing.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you
us,
so
Lou.
much for having us.
I appreciate it.
You got it. To all the listeners out there, thank you for joining us. Until next time, keep moving onward and upward. And remember, be brief, be bright, be down.
Together with our differences, together we are bolder, braver, stronger.
You've been listening to Thrive Loud with your host, Lou Diamond. Check us out on the web at thriveloud.com and follow us on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook at Thrive Loud. And check us out on the Good Pods app at Thrive Loud, where you can follow, listen, and connect directly to Lou and all of the Thrive Loud episodes. Thanks for listening.